Bueno, empezamos a darle la bienvenida a todas las personas que se están uniendo a este webinar informativo el día de hoy con King's College London. Eh, la invitación especial es a que presten muchísima atención y solucionen todas sus inquietudes y todas sus dudas y sus intereses académicos están quizás encaminados y enfocados en desarrollar un programa de posgrado en esta gran institución académica. El día de hoy los acompañaré yo en esta sesión. Soy Karen Martínez, asistente de Consejería y Relaciones Internacionales, y me encuentro con dos invitadas muy especiales, que son Rebeca y Cintia. Ellas son representantes de esta institución y nos van a brindar información súper importante relacionada a oferta académica, opciones de hospedaje, de financiación y recomendaciones en general. También les quiero recordar que también hablaremos y abordaremos el convenio que tiene King's College London con Colfuturo, que consta particularmente de un descuento del 20% sobre el valor de la matrícula para todos los beneficiarios de Colfuturo admitidos en programas de maestría y de doctorado. Así que, sin más preámbulos, le doy la palabra a Rebeca y a Cintia. No olviden dejarnos sus inquietudes o sus observaciones en el cajón de Q&A y las estaremos respondiendo a lo largo de la sesión. Rebecca, Cynthia, it's a great pleasure to have you been today here. So you can go ahead and start your presentation.
Thank you very much indeed, Karen. Cynthia, represent the opportunities for PhD students coming to King's College London. We're delighted to speak to you over there in Colombia. It's morning for you and it's our end of Friday for us here today. I just wanted to start with a background to what we offer here at King's, and we're really happy at the end for you to ask as many questions as you need to. So we have a partnership with yourselves, King's College London and Colfuturo in Colombia, and we are really keen to encourage students to come and study in London. Our university is based in the heart of London, and we're extremely interested in building our relationship and increasing the number of students we have here. And we can also promise you that there are lots of students who are ready from Colombia, and it's a really good place to be. So King's has about, it's about 3,000 PGR students now. They come from 185 countries, which are represented on all our campuses. We have 11,000 international students in total, including our postgraduate taught and undergraduates, and they are distributed around 5 campuses in the centre of London. So this is sort of an aerial view of London with all the different places that the various disciplines are centered around. We have a lot of our health research south of the river, which is the campus that Cynthia and I are on at Guy's campus. We have a very central London campus where our social sciences, public policy, arts and humanities, business and law reside. And we have our program in psychology and psychiatry a little further out of town at Dem. So why would you want to choose King's? What brings your interest into our university? So it's a world-leading education, research and service university, an interconnected, complex worlds such as robotics and AI. We try and serve the needs and aspirations of society in the wider world, and we believe in developing students as critical thinkers to influence their future and the future of their research impact in their own countries. So 9, it's a Russell Group University. It's in one of the top 10 universities in the UK, and we have alumni all over. One of our main goals for PGR students and also for our PGT students is to do research to innovate and inform. We have cutting edge research facilities and libraries, and our portfolios, as I said before, extend across sciences, health and humanities. We're really keen on collaborative research centres, and we're very, very passionate about our international collaborations, right from our master students through to our big programs in research. Cynthia, if you would like to talk about the student experience.
Absolutely. So what we're all passionate about is that we would like our students to become equipped with the skills that they need and to develop insights and solutions to face all of the diverse challenges that they're going to be encountering. So we support our students as we have dedicated support services for postgraduate research students, and we provide these in a timely manner, and we provide useful information to all the students across all faculties. For funding, we attract and resource research student funding, and we ensure that the students have the funding that they require to go through their entire degree and to produce top quality, so what we call 4-star research. Training, we offer high quality personal, professional and academic training to all the students, and we offer the students and teach them how to also source career development opportunities. So this is something that we pride ourselves in. We want to ensure that the students go throughout the trajectory onto careers that are going to be fulfilling and ideal for their own training. And then we have a community that is absolutely wonderful. It's nurturing, it's collaborative, it has a very welcoming environment for all students, especially international students in this very international city that we're in. And we have faculty specific and Kings-wide opportunities for networking for all students. And that is something that our students report to us, that they have an absolutely wonderful time with the networking and community.
For a PhD, because sometimes it seems like it's very complicated and often varies between different institutions and also different universities in different countries. So our mission is, as Cynthia said, to equip our students, and to do that we have a Centre for Doctoral Studies, which is really where all the information is stored for every aspect of the PhD, including how to apply. So I'm just going to run this short video which is going to talk to you about what the Centre for Doctoral Studies has its role is at King's.
Our training is really about developing the core behaviours, attributes and skills that young researchers need, whether that's staying in research in the long term or whether that's going off and doing something completely different.
So the MRC DTP is one of the main doctoral training partnerships offered by the Centre for Doctoral Studies at King's here. So as part of a PhD student, you have to undertake a certain amount of CPD and show that you're
kind of build our skill set outside of what we do in the lab. That's actually how I came in contact with the Centre for Doctoral Studies.
Alongside that, you get all the other opportunities offered by the Centre for Doctoral Studies as well. In the MRC DTP, you have more of the scientific background of statistic courses, training for a particular experimental technique. But alongside that, in the Centre for Doctoral Studies, you have opportunities such as well-being, which I've done myself, also IT skills when trying to reference different things in your reports, as well as how to use Microsoft or PowerPoint, or even to create a presentation.
Being told how to present, so not just to a scientific audience, but also non-scientific audience. I think that was really helpful for me.
I had the opportunity to take several classes around discourse analysis, economy, and methods for dealing with data sets. Which have really helped me what to do with all of this information that I.
So do you want to talk about the training that we offer, Cynthia?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have 3 main modes of delivery for training. We have interactive workshops, we have one-to-one appointments, and we have online courses and seminars. Now, all of the students have got access to a database that we call SkillsForge, where they can access a wide selection of courses, and there are hundreds of courses. And they can pick and choose the courses that are tailored to their needs. So for the interactive workshops, these are mainly ability. One-to-one appointments we have on communication and impact, and online courses and seminars cover doctoral essentials, IT essentials, personal effectiveness, resilience and well-being, which is extremely important for the students for good well-being throughout their PhD, and data management, as well as writing and publishing.
So identifying is step 1 in your how to apply. So are you a STEM? Are you a science, technology, maths and engineering type? Do you want to work in health, in the allied health professional research areas, politics, economics and society, management, finance and law from your undergraduate degree, where you map into these different areas? So that's the first thing to do. Secondly, you need to look at the faculty from the list that I just gave you. What faculty does your discipline map to? And you can see that there are 9 faculties across all of those disciplines. And then you hone down a bit further into a department and you look at those departments, you think, where does my interest lie? And then it's really easy. You find a supervisor. Well, of course, there are many people to choose from, and you need to look at several different supervisors, different groups, different people do their research in different ways. You need to find something that suits you. And we have a database called Pure, which would help you to find the research discipline that you're interested in and identify those people that work in those disciplines. This is the research portal. It's a searchable database. Who's doing what at King's? You can search by keyword, an academic staff member that you found on a publication, or if you know a former student, you can see where they did their research. Writing that first introductory email, well, it's really hard, but it's actually what we really like to receive. And that's an email from someone who's interested in our area of research. So state your interest, say why you're interested in this area, where you're coming from. Have you got funding to support your stipend? Or is this something you want to write collaboratively to get funding for a particular PhD from a potential funder? Attach your CV. Why are you interested in King's? Do you want to come to London? Is London something you've wanted to do? Can we have a chat? This shows that you're interested in this particular individual, their research, and you found a way to communicate. That will set you up in a much better way than sending a generic email that says, can I do a PhD? Can I do a PhD? A personal statement. What do you think about that, Cynthia? Is that hard or is that easy?
Well, it's hard when you have to write it, but reading lots of personal statements, it's very clear to us what needs to be in a personal statement. So your personal statement has to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're interested in, but it has to use quite a lot of evidence. So you need to tell us about your academic achievements and interests, but give us some evidence. If you say that I'm absolutely brilliant at mathematics, have you got the grades? Have you won any prizes? Have you been top of your class? All of these things are really important and we want to know about them. What have you done in the past? Have you, if you're going for a PhD, it's a research degree. Do you have any past research experience? Do you have an internship that maybe you're just starting it? Maybe you've already done it. If you've done it, tell us how it went. Have you published anything, a paper, an abstract? Have you presented a poster at a conference or a talk? And any other projects that you might have done at any stage of your career? Why you're interested in the subject. So you're interested in the subject, and if you've already selected a supervisor and you're talking about a specific project about specific supervisor, why you're interested in this project and this supervisor, it's good to connect it to your personal interests. And also mention what your commitments are and future potential plans, that you're really keen on doing this PhD. It's not something that you think that you might do and you might not do, and you're not sure what you want to do maybe in 2 or 3 years' time, because presumably you'll be still doing a PhD and we want you to finish it.
Thank you. I think that's a really good overview. So if we look at some of the research news at King's, what do? We do all sorts of things, but there have been some highlights here about 3D printing and imaging, reducing complications in robotic surgeries, very futuristic. Looking at new magnetic resonance elastography to allow new imaging techniques to improve the visualization of the human body in medicine, and very, very applicable population health studies, in this case across South London, but mapping those things to long-term health conditions, trying to understand how our cities can be better. Other research areas at King's include AI, lots of artificial intelligence, particularly in healthcare, big data science generally in healthcare, and still thinking about COVID research. How are we going to really bottom that out for the future? So I think that wraps up what we want to say, but please do feel free to contact us. And our contact details here are an email address that goes to doctoral studies, which will be forwarded to us if you have any questions about any of the things that we've said today. I'm going to unshare the slides now.
Should we give people a chance to copy down the
Oh, yes. If you want to
Um,
copy down the address,
there's-
I can also put it in the chat.
that would be great, because there's a link for potential funding.
Okay,
We can type them.
we can type them. All right, so now there we are. So I think we've come out of the share. Okay. Do we have any questions today? Let's have a look at this. Okay, is it possible to know why this meeting is focused on the PhD? Okay, so I'm the Dean for Doctoral Studies, and the master's courses at King's the process for application is listed in the website. I can provide you those links, and I can provide you the list. Well, the list of courses is on the website, so I can give you the process for applying for those. What are the most common sources of funding for PhD students in mathematical sciences? Well, so in mathematical sciences, would you like me to type the answer? Or I can speak it. So the mathematical sciences, we have a doctoral training partnership that's funded by one of our government sources, for which overseas students are eligible to apply. And they're the people doing maths in the maths department. Obviously, we have some interdisciplinary maths courses as well, where there's some overlap with other aspects of the disciplines that are in the Faculty of Natural Sciences, Mathematics and Engineering. We also have some programs in AI that some of our maths supervisors are also part of. So if you have an interest in maths, but you want to apply it to something, we've got some programs that focus on that. And of course, you have your own Confituro funding source where you can apply independently and join one of our cohorts here.
So sometimes the best thing to do is to contact the potential supervisors directly, because they might also have additional opportunities, or they might guide you through the process of the application. So it's never too, even before you've secured any funding, because that can be really helpful.
That's perfect, Rebecca and Cynthia. Thank you so much for the information and for this interesting presentation. Now, through social media, we have some questions, and it's about job. So can the students work on campus for master's and doctoral programs?
Yes, for both hours a week, an international student can work because of visa requirements, but it's pretty good. I think it's a week. So, and we have lots and lots of opportunities for graduate teaching assistants on campus. And that's all in a big database, and you can sign up for those, and you can do them year after year. Or if you're in a science subject, it's often around teaching coding or running coding programs. If it's in arts and humanities, it's usually undergraduate teaching. And we have a very transparent system for signing up for those. And yes, you can definitely do that. And it's encouraged.
Okay, thank you so much. And now we have some questions about family, about people that want to travel with the family. Do you offer any help, and it's possible that?
So King's, I'm not sure that King's has particular programs to support families, and I'm not sure what the visa requirements have changed recently.
They have. So I think that for this, there is a King's page for what's called UKVI, for UK visa and immigration. And if you were to Google KCL UKVI, the visa requirements for bringing a family along will become quite clear from there. But what we do have, I think, in the international, there are accommodation possibilities for students that come with families. The spaces are very few, but there are possibilities. And the hours are usually very flexible for most of the PhDs. So no matter if the student is an international student or a home student, we try to accommodate and encourage good work-life balance. and that would have caring responsibilities, be it a family member that they have to care for, or their children, for example. So in that case, I think that the working hours would facilitate and be more flexible, because the programs are not in a way regimented, they're student and supervisor.
Okay, so I'm going to put this in the chat. That's one of the
that is specifically.
yeah, sorry. Here we go. There's a
Yeah, that's perfect. Thank you, Rebecca. Thank you, Cynthia. Well, and the last question that we have is about, master's degree, if it's possible to do an internship.
An internship in the master's degree. So usually an internship would be something you did the summer before you would come to do a master's. We don't have integrated internship programs, but we do have masters that are different according to whether they are the project is an extended.
So students who are on taught programs can take some time out to do what's called an extramural year, where they can do an internship and gain credits. But this is for taught courses. So not all master's courses would offer this, and it will depend on the course organizer, module organizer. So if a student's particularly interested in an internship, and this is not part of a regimented, structured part of the course, the best thing to do would be to contact the course and module organizers and say, am I allowed to do this? Would I be allowed to do an extramural year during this course or not? So Rebecca's going to send the link for
I'm sending the talk.
The masters.
That's perfect. Thank you. Well, Rebecca, Cynthia, thank you so much again. This was a so productive session, and you solved most of the questions that we have today. So we look forward to join with you in another opportunity. Thank you so much.
Other questions, please do send them on.
Yeah. A todos nuestros asistentes, muchas gracias por su participación, su interés. Los invitamos a que sigan indagando mucho más de esta institución académica y de cultura. Hasta luego. Bye bye, Rebecca. Thank you.